All right, guys, I am going to demo today the entire process of onboarding with Mega Management. That is purchasing credits, going into my account, generating a token, and then deploying the store drop skill for our new website, generationx.art. So if you guys are interested in setting up your own online business quickly, easily, and cheaply, then come with me. I'm about to show you how. Okay, so first thing, we're going to just come right to my website, Mega Management, mega.management. And here you go. We can come into pricing. And then I am going to buy 500 credits. So I'm going to click on buy 500 there. Then I'm going to come into checkout here. And as I mentioned, I am going to use the email of my new business, generationx.art. So I'm going to fill in my credentials here. And I'm going to add a coupon, and because I'm the founder, I've got a special deal. So there you go, discounted. And so once I do that, I'm going to place my order. And boom, there it is. So I have succeeded in submitting my order, purchased 500 credits. Now I'm going to go jump into my generationx.art email and see the order confirmation. Here we are inside of my generationx.art email. It's just a webmail. It's just a free one from Hostinger at the moment. And as you can see, I just got my 500 credits loaded. I'm going to open up that email, and you can see right there, I have a new account on Mega. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. I'm going to go ahead and open this up in an incognito window here, so it doesn't know who I am. I'm going to put in my username and my password, and I'm going to log in. Oh, okay. So it's going to automatically prompt you to create a new password. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I'm inside. Now I'm going to come to the settings page here, and I'm going to generate a store drop token. Okay, so with that, basically that prepares my account to deploy the store drop skill. So we're about to see my entire site get built from scratch in a matter of minutes. So let's check it out. Okay, guys, so once you have created your store drop token, now it's time to actually go and set up your website. We're going to deploy the store drop skill. So let's switch over to a brand new instance of Windows. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I am on a brand new clean installation of Windows, and I am going to demo how to deploy the store drop skill. And this is going to set up your print-on-demand merch brand website, web shop from beginning to end in less than 15 minutes with just a couple commands in the Linux terminal. As I mentioned, today I am going to build out generationx.art, and being a proud member of Gen X, it seemed quite suitable. This is a great platform, a great niche for me to express myself. I'll really enjoy doing it. And there is a lot of demand in this market. So as you can see, this is a completely vanilla WordPress installation. It's entirely plain. There's nothing to it. This is exactly what it looks like when you set it up after purchasing your host server at Hostinger. Okay, so with that, the first thing we need to do to create our new website is to install Linux on our Windows machine. So to do that, I'm going to come right down here to the start button, and I am going to search PowerShell, and I'm going to run it as administrator. And all you need to do is mouse into the terminal here, and you can enter WSL space hyphen install. That's all you need to do, and press enter. WSL stands for Windows Subsystem for Linux, and this is how you install Linux on a Windows computer. And the reason we're doing this is because when you use AI inside of a Linux terminal, it is much more powerful. It can do much more than the AI in your desktop app or in your browser. It is night and day. The AI used within the Linux terminal is really good. It's a game changer. And at this point in 2026, this is where it's at. You can absolutely accomplish the most using the AI in this way. Now, it may seem foreign to you or difficult, but I'm going to show you it's really easy. Okay, just like that, it was installed. Ubuntu is another name. It's a distribution of Linux. And with that, the next thing we need to do is actually reboot the machine. We have to restart Windows, because then it will finish the installation, the download and installation process of Linux, and it will prompt us to set up a username and password. So to do that, I would just go down to the start button and go over here to power and click on restart. So with that, I'll see you in just a minute. All right, guys, bye for now. Okay, guys, so when you reboot your computer, it may take a few minutes to finish the downloading and installation process. But when that's finished, it will look something like this. And it is prompting you to create a username and a password. Now, your password doesn't have to be too crazy, but you definitely have to remember it. So I'm going to enter my user. It's Mega. Just going to hit enter, and then it will prompt me for a password. I'm just going to make a simple one. When I enter it, you might have noticed that the cursor did not move, and that's normal for Linux. So just be aware. When I hit enter again, it will prompt me to retype the password. I'll do that again, press enter, and that's it. It's asking me to say yes to this metrics collection. Just going to hit enter, and that's it. This green followed by the blue here, this is classic Linux. So now we're in Linux. So that was quite easy and fast. So now for the next step. Okay, So the next step is we are going to enter one command into the Linux terminal and get the store drop skill underway. So I have prepared this. It will either be in the video description down below or in a link to a file in the cloud. But either way, what you're going to do is you're going to highlight it like this, right click, then press copy. And then when you come over here, all you're going to do is hit the right mouse button. And when you do that, that will paste the command into the terminal. So that is how Linux works. There's no control V, there's just right mouse click. So once you do that, you just press enter. And as you can see, it's prompting me for the password I just set up. So I'm going to enter that. As you can see, it's installing Claude Code. Also the Archon installer, which is a harness. And it's done. So now we have a little bit of instruction here. Open a fresh terminal and log into Claude. So we need to actually verify our identity and authenticate with Claude before we can use him inside of the Linux terminal. So that'll be our first step. So I'm going to come down here to the Windows Start button, and I'm going to search WSL, and that will be this icon, and I'm just going to click on it. And so that opens up this new fresh terminal here. And here I'm going to enter the word Claude. And there he goes. Open that up a little bit more. So I'm just going to use him on dark mode. And then it's prompting me, do I want to use the API or do I want to use my subscription? In this case, the subscription is much more economical and it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot more efficient. So I'm going to use my subscription. When I click subscription, it's going to produce a URL here. I'm going to copy it like that, Control C. I'm going to go over here on this computer. We only have Internet Explorer. I'm going to copy paste that URL into the browser. And it's going to ask me to log into my Claude account. I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, it's confirming my identity. And I'll continue through. And that's it. Authorize. And then it creates this snippet of code here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back into the Linux terminal. And again, all I'm going to do is click right mouse like that. And then press enter. And the login is successful. So now it says, press enter to continue. Yes, I trust this folder. It's asking me to try something new. I say, no, not right now. And that's it. And now we can actually use the AI inside of Linux. So that is a game changer. It makes everything so much more powerful. You probably haven't realized that shortly we're going to use this to control every aspect of our website. So you can forget all of the frustration and all the tedium and minutia, all the little things. Where is this? Where is that? How do I find this? How do I find that? All of those worries are over now because you have Claude, and Claude will connect to your website and do everything for you just with a prompt or even with a voice dictation. So I'm going to actually exit out of this one. So now that we have verified and authenticated our subscription here inside of Linux, I'm going to just use the exit command, which is /exit, and then press enter like that. And as you can see, we're back to the screen here. So we're back into Linux. I'm just going to minimize that. Okay, so once I have authenticated with Claude in the other terminal, I'm going to return to my original terminal here, and we've got the next step, and it says drop your store. So this is a command. I'm going to actually copy it up, Control C, and then I'm going to open up another new instance of Linux. So WSL, and then click on this. And then we have a new instance right here. And I'm going to right click, right mouse click, and enter this final command into the terminal like this. And then I'm going to press enter. Now it says Mega Cadence Deploy. This will set up your branded WordPress storefront on the site whose bridge credentials you provide. Takes about 17 minutes total, 2 minutes of interactive prompts up front, then 15 minutes of automated build. And there we go. So now it's instructing us, go to WordPress, settings, Mega Cadence Bridge, and click copy environment variables, then paste that below. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the edge here. I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm going to go to generationx.art, but this time I'm going to log in to my WordPress site, and you do that by accessing this page right here. Okay, so once I'm here, I'm going to enter in my username. And my password, and click login. And now once I'm into the admin panel, the admin dashboard of my WordPress site, I'm going to go to plugins, installed plugins. And I have this Mega Cadence Bridge plugin. Now I have taught you in past videos how to get this plugin and how to upload and install it. And now we are going to activate it. So I'm going to click on activate. And once I do that, then I'm going to go back into settings, and now we can find the Mega Cadence Bridge right here. Now we can see our credentials, and we have this button copy as env. So I'm going to copy that right there. Then I'm going to return into the terminal, and it says then paste them below. So I've copied my environment variables. Now I'm going to paste them below. So I'm just going to right mouse like that. And then when done, press Control D. Okay, so that's saved. And now paste your store drop token, the one that we just saw earlier in Mega Settings Generate Store Drop Token. Okay, so I'm going to jump back out and grab my token, which as we saw is right here. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to come back into this instance. And again, I'm just going to right mouse and press enter. And there we go. Installing the store stack. So it's telling me what I need. It's installing now, 2 to 3 minutes. So the store drop skill process is underway. Okay, so now there are 6 questions we have to answer before the system can build out our website. So the first question is, what is your brand name? So I have this all set up already. So I'm going to just mouse in and put Generation X. What do you sell? So I have this all prepared already. I have this statement right here. Bold pop art comic book merch for Gen X, 80s to 90s nostalgia, and halftone dotted heavy ink statement pieces. Cool, dry, edgy, never cheesy or clip art. So I'm going to copy that. And again, right mouse, press enter. Light or dark mode, I'm going dark all day. And now we have a brand color. My brand color is this one, which I actually already created in ChatGPT. I'm going to right mouse again and enter my brand color. Product categories, obviously you can choose anything. T-shirts, hoodies, wall art, drinkware. Logo URL. If you don't have one, you can just write skip. But in my case, I actually already created it using ChatGPT. We can come over here. I've actually put it into the cloud already. And it looks like this. So I'm just going to come in here and right mouse click and press enter. Okay. Now the process is underway in earnest. Starting the workflow. So guys, that was it. All we did was install WSL, reboot the computer, set up a username and password, enter the one installation command. Then we authenticated Claude. Then we entered the deploy command, and it prompted us to add our bridge credentials and then our mega token. And then once those were entered, it prompted us to answer the 6 questions about our brand. And now it's underway. So this process will take no more than 15 minutes, and your website will be created top to bottom, beginning to end, and totally complete, ready for you to operate and tack on dozens, if not hundreds, of mega produced print on demand merch. So with that, just stand by, grab a coffee, and your brand new site will be right along. All right. See you in a bit. All right, everyone, check it out. All the steps have been completed successfully. We've got all of our pages here, the brand, everything. What's next? Open your site in the browser and check each page. And as you can see, this green and blue means we're back into the Linux terminal. So with that, all I'm going to do is come down to Internet Explorer, and I'm going to open up my website. And look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Our entire website completely finished, top to bottom. Right here is an image. We can actually have Claude create an image and enter anything we want. We've got our featured products here. We've got even a form funnel here. We've got all of our legal pages, an about page. Check that out. Again, another image can go right here. Real Pop Art, Gen X Edge, shop the collection. We actually have a shop page here, and a contact us page. Look at that. Quite beautiful. Pretty cool, guys. Absolutely stunning, great looking, totally complete, and all done in under 15 minutes without any effort from you. So, man, this is an incredible solution, and it is going to allow you to become much, much more productive and accomplish everything you need to do very quickly and efficiently and easily, and also very low cost. So that is absolute dynamite right there. Couldn't ask for more. Beautiful. Really cool. Excellent. Okay, guys. So that's it. Everything is done, and I'll move on to phase 2. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers for now. Goodbye. So just to demo one more thing, I want you guys to know that now managing your website is easier than ever. You don't have to do anything but articulate what you want done and tell Claude. So let's just say here, for example, I like this, but I want to add an additional sentence. Okay, so all I have to do is come into my Linux terminal here and write the word Claude. And yes, I trust this folder. And so now I'm going to say, let's tell him this. Let's say halftone heavy ink. It's like, and it's like, rather than this, I'm going to change this. I'm going to say Claude, instead of halftone heavy ink merch for Gen X 80s and 90s done right, I want you to change it to Madonna, Michael Jackson, Nirvana, and the Wu-Tang Clan. 80s and 90s nostalgia done right. And I'm going to say, and please use the mega cadence bridge. So that tells him what to use to do this. So we're going to give it to him like that. Just asking him to change the sentence on the hero banner. And he says that it's done. The hero sentence has been changed. Let's go onto the website. And it was this right here. I'm going to do a refresh on it. And look, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Nirvana, and the Wu-Tang Clan, 80s and 90s nostalgia done right. So that's the way it's done, guys. Next, we'll be able to change any image. We'll be able to write blog articles. We'll be able to check anything, update our plugins. No longer will managing your WordPress site be difficult. In fact, it will become a joy. I hope that was an interesting demonstration, and there's going to be much more to come. So stay tuned. Talk to you soon, guys. Cheers.